Welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Tuesday, April 28th. Each day I invite you to stop in your day, pause for just a moment, 10 minutes actually, to take a break and breathe, to center yourself in God, our Creator. And each day we've been working through the Psalms of late, and today we're on Psalm 10. And in Psalm 10 there's this image of God being hidden, and of all of those who don't take the good and right ways, the ways of God seriously, as thinking that they can hide their deeds from God and God doesn't care. And it all kind of reminds me of Adam and Eve and that story of them hiding in the garden, because they understand that they're not, they're trying to hide from God the things that they have done, that they haven't followed God's ways. And the psalmist is crying out and asking, oh my, how long, God? And will you not take notice? And don't you see what's going on? And then reaches a point in the psalm where he says, but you do see. You take note of the grief and hurts, and you hold them in your hand. And I want to use that image today for our meditation time. So I invite you to go to a place where you are comfortable and where you can be quiet, and close the door and sit down in a comfortable chair and feel the support and strength of that chair, maybe on your back, or on the back of your legs, or on your arms if you are leaning on the arms of the chair if it has arms. And then take some deep breaths, and as you breathe, breathe in the breath of God. And as you breathe out all that separates you from God. Nice deep breaths, breathing in the breath of life and breathing out all that separates you from God. Breathe in the breath of life and breathe out all that separates you from God. Allow your body to relax. And imagine that the presence of God comes to you as warm water that washes down over the top of your head and your forehead and your face, and it brings relaxation to your jaws, and you can feel the presence of God with you. And then imagine that that same water and relaxation and presence comes to your neck and your shoulders, and you can feel the tensions being released and the muscles relaxing. And let that same feeling and movement go down your arms to your hands, and open your hands to the presence of God. And feel the water as it runs down your back and around the front of your body. Feel the tensions melt away, the cramps go away. Feel the peace and presence of God with you. And then let it move past your hips and your thighs and your calves, your ankles and your feet, all the way to your big toe, so that you are washed in the warm and loving presence of God. And then in your mind's eye, go to a place where you and God can talk, and God comes to you in human form, and God sits across from you with open hands and offers to hold your hands and to hold your griefs and hurts in God's hands. What form do your griefs and hurts take? What shape? What color would they be if you gave them a color? Place them in God's hands. Talk with God about your hurts and griefs, and also about your joys. And listen for God's response. I'll be quiet for a few minutes while you talk. And then the time comes for the two of you to depart, for the conversation to end. If it's not enough time, just hit pause. And so you say goodbye, and God reminds you as you say goodbye that God hears and recognizes and takes note of all your griefs and hurts, and is present with you in all of that. And then you allow that image to fade away, and you bring yourself back to the room where you are. And when you are ready, you open your eyes. Let's take a break, take a breath for Tuesday. I am glad that you chose to spend some time and to take a break in your day to center yourself and to breathe for just a moment, to breathe in God's presence with you. And I pray that you find nourishment and refreshment in that brief pause in your day. If you have feedback for me, send me an email to rick@prospect church.